Hey, my name's Taylor Romeo, and I'm going to be doing the first two written homework problems that were assigned. So I'll be doing the first one with the washer method because we have to subtract the inside. And the first thing you're going to want to do is set these equal to each other to find where they intersect and then find the bounds. So we do x is equal to of x, and then we're going to want to square both of these sides, and that gives us this, and then we're going to want to subtract it over here to equal 0, and then we can factor out an x, so x minus 4 equals 0, so then we know our integral, our a and b, are going to be 0 because of that x, and then a positive 4. And when we graph these two functions, or if we just plug in numbers, if you plugged in a 4, they'd be the same, obviously, because they're intersecting. And then if you get a number between, we know that this one would be more. So then, just like intuitively, I know that this number would go in the front. We write out 0 to 4, and this is the equation that's pi r squared. So we're going to get the pi, and then our first r, which is, so then we're going to get 2x squared, and then minus pi x squared. So for me, I like to take the pi out and put that back at the end, so then it's just all that. And then I'm going to simplify these so it's just quicker to do the integral. And then from there, getting the integral is pretty easy. It's kind of getting a little messy, but I'm just gonna do it right next to it. And then it's just 4x squared divided by 2, so then that's gonna be 2x squared minus x to the 3. And then from there, I can get rid of this now. From there, we're just gonna need to be plugging in the numbers, so this is once again gonna be messy, but just kind of going backwards. 4 to the second power is 16, so then we get 32 minus 4 times 4 is 16, so that's 64 divided by 3. So then we have to do 32 times 3, which is then going to be 96 over 3. So then our answer should be 32 over 3 for the for the volume. Okay, for the second one, I've already written out everything, and we're going to want to put it into terms of y because we're rotating about the x-axis, and you always want to do the opposite for the shell method. And since y equals 0, we know that 0 is gonna end up being one of those points, because if you look at these, they obviously hit 0 at some point, so you know it's gonna be like closed in and everything. You just have to find the other point y where these two connect. So I kind of did a little shortcut here, but with all of the x values and everything, you set them equal to each other, add them all, and then you get this, and then you have to factor, so then you get 4 and 1 for your x values. And we know we have to get the y values because it needs to be the opposite and everything. So then you can just plug, if you plug 1 in for x, for both of them, you get, both of them, you'll get 1. Sorry, those make it look confusing. If you plug both of them in for 1, you're gonna get 1, but if you did 4, you wouldn't, so you know that's not going to be the answer because they need to be intersecting, so you know that it's going to be 0 to 1. And then we also know that, so I just wrote this all out, but we know that this one's gonna go first because, like I was saying before, if you plug in numbers to like see which one's on top and everything, I was talking, I realized it would make more sense if I would go back if I just drew it. But so this is the x minus 2 function, and then we know it hits the point 1, and then it goes 4 and then 2. And when you're going, like, because we know that this is the area because it's reflecting off of the x-axis, we know that it's flipping over here, but we need to look at it like it's y, and if we're doing that, that's the one in the area that hits first. This was wrong. 2 minus y minus what was y squared, and then we're gonna just well, first I'm gonna take out the 2 pi because it's not needed, and then 2y minus y squared minus y to the 3rd, and then we're gonna take the integral, and then that's gonna be 2y2 over 2, and then those cancel out, and then y to the 3rd over 3 minus y to the 4th over 4, and then we're going to plug in the 1 for everything, so then we have 1 minus 1/3 minus 1 over 4, so then we change this to 4 over 12 and this to 3 over 12, and that's going to be 7, so then we're left with 5 over 12 times 2 pi, and then we get 10 pi over 12, which simplifies to 5 pi over 6. Thank you for watching. As I was going through, I forgot to add the pi back at the end, so this is the actual final answer.